Hello. Oh, there we go.
Yep, I got it.
Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Do I need to do one of these?
Yep.
Myself.
There you go.
Okay, I got it.
Good.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. You got me?
Yep, I got it. No, I can't.
Yeah, we can.
Now I can.
Yes, we can. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Go.
Okay. Okay. I mean, Rob is right here, so I can,
Yeah.
even if I can hear him.
Forward number 30, Marcus Epps. Forward number 29, Brandon Allen. Forward number 11, Lagos Kunga. And the captain for your Memphis 91 FC, defender number 8, Mark Burge. The head coach for your Memphis 91 FC, Tim Mulqueen. Tonight's flag crew is the Arkansas Revolution FC. Wake up in the morning feeling high. God.
FC returns home to AutoZone Park after playing 3 straight on the road. They finished that road trip with a win over Atlanta and try and make it 2 straight tonight, taking on the bottom team in the East, the Swope Park Rangers. All the actions coming up. Welcome, everyone, to Memphis 901 FC Soccer. I'm Rob Fisher. J.J. Greer is alongside as Memphis gets set to take on the Swope Park Rangers tonight at AutoZone Park. It was supposed to be a 4-game road trip, J.J. Turned into a 3-game trip because of Hurricane Dorian postponing the last game, but maybe a much-needed rest this time of year.
Yeah, I think a rest at this time of year is just what the team needs. I don't think rest will be a factor coming off a 10-day break. You're about 3/4 of the way through the season. So, and it also gives the opportunity for the guys that maybe haven't got a lot of playing time to get some good training in.
Swope Park might be missing some of their guys because of being called up to the big club, Kansas City. But Wilson Harris is going to be a guy that you'll have to keep your eye on with Felipe Hernandez being called up to Sporting Kansas City. Wilson Harris is a goal scorer for Swope Park.
Yeah, Wilson Harris falls right in line with the young and talented youth movement of Swope Park Rangers. The young 19-year-old Los Angeles native is the second leading goal scorer on the year with 4 goals so far. As you can see, he dribbles past players and finishes with a nice left foot. He's a Sporting Kansas City Academy product, as so many players in this young roster are. He holds the ball up really well, and I expect if 901 FC don't play close attention to him, he could really hurt the squad.
Just 19 years old. On the other side, Marcus Epps, a guy that they'll have to keep their eye on for Memphis. Is Marcus Epps. He's got a couple of goals, but boy, he's got a lot of shots and creates a lot of opportunities.
Absolutely. Marcus Epps has electrifying pace and flair, as you can see there. He runs at players all day long. He had a really nice match last game against Atlanta United 2. The New York Red Bulls Loney has 2 goals and 4 assists on the year, and he's been really a massive addition to the 901 FC front line. If Swope Park Rangers don't play close attention to the winger, I expect he could have a couple goals tonight.
All the action, 901 FC, Swope Park Rangers. It's coming up next. Welcome everyone. Beautiful night at AutoZone Park as Memphis 901 FC has returned to action and returned home after playing 3 straight on the road. And we look at tonight's starting 11. First for the Swope Park Rangers. They got some changes in their lineup because of international duty for some of their players.
Absolutely. You have Wilson Harris up top, who we spoke about in the pregame. Really talented young player. A few changes across the midfield as well. Felipe Hernandez is up with the first team, Sporting Kansas City. He's their leading goal scorer and leading assist man as well, so that'll be a huge loss for Swope Park Rangers tonight.
And for 901 FC, look at their starting 11. Pierre De Silva back in the starting lineup
for 901 FC. Adam Najim had a couple of goals in the last game in the win against Atlanta. He's on international duty this week, so he is not in the lineup.
Yeah, that's a decent-sized loss for 901 FC, but Pierre Da Silva is an extremely talented, electrifying offensive player, so I think he'll fill in very nicely in that midfield for 901 FC.
Nice to see Elliot Collier back in the lineup in the last game. He came off the bench. He's available again tonight as we look at the two head coaches, starting with Tim Mulqueen celebrating a birthday today. So happy birthday, Coach.
Yeah, I think Tim Mulqueen would enjoy 3 points tonight.
That'd be a good birthday gift for the head coach. For the Swope Park Rangers, it's Paulo Nagamura, second season. After 12 years MLS career, won 2 titles as an MLS player, served a game suspension in their last game, but back on the sidelines tonight again for the Swope Park Rangers. Rangers come in as the bottom team in the East. 3 wins, 15 losses, 6 draws, 15 points in their 24 games at this point. But as we were talking about before we came on, JJ, very, very young team and really a developmental team for Sporting Kansas City in the MLS.
Yeah, very young team indeed. A ton of Sporting Kansas City Academy products on the field tonight and on the bench as well, available for selection for Swope Park Rangers. I think this is a great opportunity for 3 points for 901 FC. I think you're at home. You're the more experienced team. You're ahead of Swope Park in the table, so I think a very important night, match tonight to get 3 points at home.
Yeah, and they've had a little rest after the postponed game that they had earlier last week, or earlier this week, or last weekend against Charleston Battery because of Hurricane Dorian. So a little bit of a rest for 901 FC. We are underway, as you see, left to right. Going 901 FC, right to left, the Swope Park Rangers, and quickly ball going out of bounds, and 901 FC will have a goal kick.
Yeah, initially really good hold-up play there from Wilson Harris to settle that ball down and hit a really nice half volley out wide to Mark Segbers. Unfortunately, Mark Segbers a little bit heavy on the touch as the ball rolled over the end line. Jeff Caldwell, goal kick.
Jeff Caldwell making his 22nd start of the season, has 4 clean sheets under his belt. Get it in play for 901 FC as they knock it ahead. Picked up by Da Silva at midfield. And a whistle. And we'll look at the keys to tonight's match presented by My City Rides. See how much you'll save when you scoot. What do we need tonight?
Yes, My City Ride keys to the match. Start fast. It's really important, I think, to score first in this match. You're playing a very young team sitting at the bottom of the table. I think a couple early goals in this match could take them out mentally. Transitions, look for opportunities to start the counter. You might be able to catch this young side sleeping during key periods of the match. And, of course, go the full 90. 901 FC did a great job of this last time out versus Atlanta United 2, coming back from 1-0 down to win that game 2-1.
901 FC, Da Silva. Good opportunity, great ball into the box, and a pass there is knocked away by Cave Rad. 901 FC gets it back.
Unfortunate there for Wes Sharpie. That was a great entry pass, as you said, from Pierre Silva into Brandon Allen. Brandon Allen couldn't quite get his feet set and get it back on that trusty left foot of his, and was looking for the pass to Lagos Kunga, but Swope Park back line did a great job of quelling that attack.
Good to see Da Silva, mentioned already a couple of times early in this match. The last 2 games, he was held out of the starting lineup. Prior to that, he went 2 games without a shot on goal, or without a shot period. And prior to that, didn't really hear his name a lot mentioned during the broadcast. So good to see him active early.
And the thing about Pierre Da Silva, you know, he's an electrifying player. He can come up with things on his own. So, you know, it could be a real opportunity for him to earn his way back into the starting 11 and to start to earn more minutes with Adam Najim out. Whoa.
Oh my, that turned out to be a little more dangerous than it should have been.
Took a really awkward bounce there on Jeff Caldwell, and he did well to and not allow it to be worse than it actually could have been, but very interesting sequence of events there.
901 FC, Josh Norton, now they'll play it back to Caldwell. Memphis with 3 of their next 4 at home after what was scheduled to be a 4-game road trip. Good to be back at AutoZone Park. Here comes Epps. Talked about it in the open. He can be electric. Leaves it. Sharpie with a long shot.
Wow.
Had some curve on that ball, but just knocks it wide.
Yeah, that one didn't look far off target. Really nice play there, combination play between Marcus Epps and Wes Sharpie. Marcus Epps driving at that Swope Park back line, and Wes Sharpie saw an opportunity there to hit it first time. As you can see on the replay there, you see Marcus Epps driving at 2 and 3 defenders, and Wes Sharpie just pops up nicely for him and hits it first time. Doesn't miss that far post by much.
Goal kick for John Polskamp. He's made 8 starts. This is his 9th of the season. He's 2-5-1. He's given up 18 goals against. He is 18 years old. A lot of young players here on the Swope Park Rangers team.
And that's a very crucial position to have such a young player as well at goalkeeper. You know, so much play at goalkeeper comes with experience. You know, you can have all the athleticism in the world and technical ability, but at the end of the day, at the goalkeeper position, it's all about decision making.
Ball in the midfield, picked up by the Rangers. Played back to Renico Clark. And a whistle. Quick restart for the Rangers. Clark gives it up to Ayub Alak. Over on the left wing, that goes out of bounds. Now to 1FC with the throw-in.
It looked like that one got away from Alexander. The left-footed left-back Brazilian player. He's a really exciting player, Alexander is. A lot of flair at that left-back position, so excited to see what he can do tonight.
When you go by one name, you better be excited.
Absolutely, and that's what so many Brazilians do, and most of them are extremely good players.
Ball played all the way back to John Polskamp. Leave it off for Cave Rad. Akhmatov, left side Clark. Clark, long ball, good ball, just a little too far, and it sneaks all the way through to Caldwell.
Yeah, really good look there from Renico Clark. He was looking for, I believe that was Zay Roberto on that left-hand side. Really good left-footed ball.
Doyle played it up the left wing. Sharpie has had a good opportunity already. Ahead for Epps. To De Silva. De Silva works it in. Quick shot there. Is knocked away as Lagos Kunga had an opportunity.
Yeah, once again, you see Pierre De Silva very active in the attacking third for 901 FC, finding Lagos Kunga in a great opportunity. It's good on Lagos Kunga to get that shot on target, but Polskamp was there and had the right position to be able to make that save.
Birch and Doyle, mainstays on that back line for Memphis. Here's Doyle. Over midfield, ahead for Sharpie. Wes Sharpie tried to get it to Epps. That's knocked away by Akhmatov. And now loose and a whistle. And the Rangers will get possession.
You see on the replay here, Lagos Kunga able to find some space and got decent contact on that ball. You see Brandon Allen looking for that ball. He wanted that ball slotted across the 6-yard box, but I think Lagos Kunga did well to get in position and then to be able to put a shot on goal.
Here's Pedro. Out to midfield, Akhmatov now over onto the right side. Nice move, and the centering pass is knocked away. It'll be a corner for the Swope Park Rangers.
It's good 1v1 defending from Wes Sharpie. Didn't allow Mark Segbers to get that cross into the box. Mark Segbers is an extremely quick and dynamic winger, so Wes Sharpie will have his hands full tonight.
Segbers out of St. Louis, drafted by the New England Revolution, went to University of Wisconsin.
See, we have Zay Pedro standing over this corner kick. He's got a really, really nice left foot. I expect this ball to be whipped in, an in-swinging ball. Looking for Renico Clark and Cave Rad and some of those taller players.
And Caldwell punches it out.
It's well done on Jeff Caldwell to be able to get a fist on that ball.
Rangers keeping it in. Here's Alak. Alak comes into the box and just a little too much. It's knocked away by Memphis.
Yeah, I think Alak might have taken one touch too many. He had the opportunity there to whip that ball back post, but Dan Metzger did really well to step in and block that shot.
Played all the way back into the Swope Park end. Hustling back to get it, Killian Columbi. Alexander plays it down the left wing. It's intercepted, and Memphis regains control. Doyle. Doyle gets it back again.
It's good patience here from 901 FC.
Yep.
Working the ball around nicely.
De Silva. Up for Metzger. Metzger. Lindley now working it over onto the left side. Here's Epps. Epps making a move. Epps to the goal line. In front. Header. Oh, it hit the crossbar. Oh. Came down, and Postgame knocks it away.
Yeah, smart decision in the end there from Postgame. I think that ball was going to come down and land directly on top of the crossbars. You saw Marcus Epps continuing to go 1v1 at Columbia and serves in a great left-footed ball into Brandon Allen. Nice near post run from Brandon Allen, and catches all of this ball and directly square off that crossbar. It's an excellent spell of possession there from 901 FC. Probably about 20 completed passes before ended in that great chance.
Lindley puts it into the box. It's not punched away. It's loose in front. Oh, and Postgame is able to come up with it.
That was a fantastic defensive play from Zay Roberto there, coming from his left winger position to save that ball off the line. You saw Josh Morton. He'll be dreaming of that one, having nightmares of that one tonight.
Memphis had another opportunity. It's washed, and here comes Z Pedro for Swope Park Rangers. Now a long shot is knocked away. And Memphis regains control. Don't forget a clean sheet in this one. If the Memphis 901 FC can get that clean sheet, you can win $5 off a $10 purchase in Chicken Salad Chick. Download the free Chicken Salad Chick app now and use promo code 901CHICK to receive $5 off Chicken Salad Chick. Limit one per purchase. That's if 901 FC can get the clean sheet tonight. 4 of them so far for Jeff Caldwell on the season.
I think 901 FC has a really good opportunity to earn that clean sheet tonight. Playing well defensively so far in this game, and only conceded 1 goal last game versus Atlanta United 2, and that was a really soft penalty. So
yeah,
I think a really good opportunity tonight for fans to earn that Chicken Salad Chick.
And us, right?
Absolutely.
Pass ahead for Marcus Epps.
Cool.
Epps, nice move. Oh, tripped up. That'll be a whistle.
You see Marcus Epps on this left wing on the far side of the field, giving Columbia absolute fits so far, running out of 1v1, and Columbia just getting frustrated and taking Epps down from behind. He's lucky not to get a yellow card on that play, but this is exactly what 901 FC wants to do tonight. They want to isolate Marcus Epps and Columbia out wide in those wide positions and have him run 1v1 and just create overall.
We've seen a lot of creation so far on that far side.
Now I think that they'll continue to do that tonight. I mean, you can already see Marcus Epps has run out of 2 or 3 times and has gotten the best of them every single time.
Lindley will put it back in play. Cam Lindley has got a couple of assists, making his 19th start of the year for 901 FC.
And a really nice opportunity here for Cam Lindley to whip in his patented consistent service. It's such a consistent service from Cam Lindley. Great pace on his delivery. Same trajectory every time. He's going to whip it in right on top of that penalty spot, in between that penalty spot and 6-yard box. And you'll expect to see Liam Doyle and Mark Birch get in there and get in the mix. So they're going back post this time to Doyle.
When Doyle is headed away by Clark.
Yeah, that'll be a good battle to look at tonight between Liam Doyle and Renico Clark. 2 really big bodies in there, 2 center backs, both very good in the air.
Renico Clark making just his 2nd start of the season. As we said, A couple of players called up to Sporting Kansas City, a couple of really good players, including Felipe Hernandez, their leading goal scorer. He's been called up. Juan Kuzang called up as well. Jalen Lindsay called up. So they are younger than normal even here tonight.
Yeah, it'll be a really good test for Paulo Nagamura and this young side to see, what they have coming off the bench in a hostile environment on the road. They've done a really good job so far in this first, 15 minutes of this game of, bending but not breaking.
Yeah. Memphis doing a nice job of keeping possession and being very patient with their possessions thus far in the first half.
I think if 901 FC, if they continue to play like this and get opportunities and put shots on the goal, I think those opportunities will start to fall. But if they can get a goal, in the first half or in the next 10, 15 minutes and continue to pour it on, I think it'll really open this game up nicely.
Again, coming down the left side, Metzger. Plays it for Epps.
You can see how closely the Swope Park Rangers are guarding Marcus Epps. They don't want to give him any space.
Hasn't really mattered so far. He's been able to create some space on his own. Now we'll have a whistle, foul, Memphis restart.
A lot of contact there from Zay Pedro.
Lindley back over to Sharpie.
You can see in this game so far what Swope Park is doing. They're sitting back pretty deep in their own half right now, conceding a lot of possession to 901 FC. And I think that's a smart move from Paulo Nagamura. I think that's a tactical decision not to press high up the field and get your lines all out of whack and allow 901 FC to be able to slice through.
Nice ball by Pedro, ahead but knocked away by Memphis. Better defensive play. Possession's good, but Tim Mulqueen has a foul is called. Tim Mulqueen a couple of weeks ago saying he likes the possession department, and what Memphis is doing just wants it to be more with a purpose.
Absolutely, and that's all. When you see the replay here, a lot of contact there between Liam Doyle and Wilson Harris, letting them know that he's there, and it's not the worst foul in the world to take it midfield. But getting back to your point, to Tim Mulqueen's point, it's nice to have possession of the ball and make the other team work. But if it's not in the final third of the field, the attacking third of the field, you need to have possession with a purpose. It's all to score goals.
Absolutely. Here's Clark for the Swope Park Rangers. His pass is knocked away. He gets it back. See what the Rangers can do with their possession. Here's Rad. Plays it down deep the right side for Segbers. Man, that ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick. Segbers begging for the ball.
He might have had a point there too. He did well to chase that ball down, and the ball landed on the line. But I think our referee over there has got a much better view than most people have, as he was standing right there.
Epps getting a little physical with the Rangers player. Pass ahead is knocked out. Memphis will get the throw in. Throw ahead for Allen. Allen to De Silva. De Silva. Nice ball down the right side for Kunga.
Great defense there from Swope Park Rangers. See Lagos Kunga's 3 guys, and he's still able
to still got away.
He was almost able to avoid that triple team there, but ended up being really good defending from Alexander as he forced Lagos Kunga wide and ends up running that ball over the line. But great initial ball from Pierce De Silva out wide to Lagos Kunga.
John Polskamp puts it back in play to Renico Clark. Memphis will knock it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Swope Park Rangers. Number 92 throwing it in is Alexander. 23rd start of the year. 1 goal, 5 assists on the season.
I know Alexander and Zé Roberto, the Portuguese native, will have a lot of combination play on that side there, as they both speak the same language and are 2 really exciting attacking players.
Columby. Long shot is deflected and it rolls right to, bounces right to Jeff Caldwell.
It's good deflection there from Liam Doyle. That ball looked like it had some steam on it, and Doyle is in the right position rather to take the steam, some of the steam off of that ball.
Rangers now trying to be patient themselves and have a little possession. Clark. Pedro playing catch with it.
Nine FC will be fine with it, as you see Brandon Allen providing some initial pressure. It's a great move there from Alec.
Alec tees it up in front.
Oh.
As they had a player running in on the goal. Caldwell came out and knocked it away.
Looks like we have an offside call on that play, as Wilson Harris was just caught offside, but great initial ball there from Ayub Alec into Harris. You see Alec whips this ball into Harris, and a lot of contact there between Jeff Caldwell and Wilson Harris. Looks like Jeff Caldwell is standing upright, looks to be okay.
Just offside. It's a good opportunity there for the Rangers. They got to be happy with getting that opportunity. Long outlet pass for Sharpie over his head. It goes out of bounds, and the Rangers will have a throw. Going out on Sharpie. Columby will throw it in again. Played ahead for Segbers off his chest and out. Now Memphis will get it back.
Yeah, not a lot of space here in the near side part of the field. A lot of kind of sloppy play and not a lot of room for movement.
And they'll pass it back this time. Try and spread out and start things up.
Exactly. I think that particular play needed a switch to the other side of the field.
Doyle for Memphis. Cross for Birch. Played down the right side, and a crossing pass is knocked away by the Swope Park Rangers defense, and it'll be a corner kick for Memphis. Memphis had a couple of good opportunities on the corners thus far.
Yeah, really good idea from Josh Morton as he whips that ball in. He's looking for Brandon Allen, making that run to the near post, and Brandon Allen pleased with Josh Morton looking out for him inside the box. Corner kick now. This will be an in-swinging ball on Mark Birch's left foot.
And Postgame punches it away.
Yeah, really good punch out. Two-hand strong punch for Postgame.
Epps keeping it in. Epps double teamed this time. See if we can sneak away from that. It's knocked away. It'll be a throw in Memphis.
Marcus Epps showing great strength there against the double teams. You saw in the replay here, Mark Birch with a really nice whipped-in ball, in-swinging ball, but great punch out by John Poolskamp.
Metzger quickly with the throw in. De Silva, now Metzger. Back to De Silva. Lindley.
Been really impressed so far with Pierre De Silva. He's been really tidy on the ball. As you can see, Cam Lindley takes a late shot. And this ball will be called back for a foul in a dangerous spot for 91 FC.
Lindley taken down hard as we see the replay.
Yeah, a little bit of extracurricular activity there from Akhmatov and Cam Lindley. That ball was pretty far gone before the strong challenge on Cam Lindley. It's about 35-40 yards outside of the box, so should be interesting to see if this is a ball from Mark Birch or Cam Lindley. But I think it's a little bit out of the range of Cam Lindley, although he has an extremely powerful shot, as does Mark Birch. But I expect for this ball to probably be floated to Liam Doyle on that back post.
Birch had an assist in the first meeting against the Swope Park Rangers. These teams met a while back. Back on May 22nd. Played to a 2-2 draw.
See the offside call there. It's Mark Birch whipped that ball into the PK spot. Josh Morton got his head on it. Couldn't tell if it was either Josh Morton or Brandon Allen that ended up being offside.
John Postgame will put it back in play. 23 minutes into this first half. Haven't had much stoppage time here in this first half.
Yeah, the game has had a really nice flow to it so far. Not a lot of fouls. Ball hasn't gone out of bounds a ton, so some really fluid possession so far in the first 24, 25 minutes of this match.
Epps doesn't reach him. And now Sharpie defending, knocked over. We're going to have a whistle. Which way is this one going to go?
This game. As soon as we say that, of course, Rob, this game's starting to get a little bit more physical now. We get to the later stages of the first half. So a lot of contact there between Wes Sharpie and Mark Segbers, and you know, there's some contact there, but overall probably a good call from our referee, Lucas Sapala. Of course, Tim O'Queen probably won't agree with that.
Right. Alexander, his pass goes out, and it'll be Memphis ball.
Tim O'Queen, come on, man, it's my birthday, you know, let's...
A couple gifts here or there, right? Now, Tim Mulqueen, I think that's exactly what he's saying. It's my birthday, right? Is that why the referee's heading over to talk to him? Yeah.
So, you know, it's my birthday, right? You know, just a couple calls. So, Tim, I know it's your birthday, but I got to call this thing fairly.
Memphis will have the throw-in. Birch all the way across to Sharpie. Back to Doyle. Doyle plays it ahead, but it's taken away by Swope Park.
It's a decent look there from Liam Doyle up top to Brandon Allen. Liam Doyle has got such good distribution. He's such a calm and composed center back. He has a really nice left foot. He's able to pick out, you know, 5 and 10-yard passes as well as the 50-yard diagonal ball. So I'm really impressed with the addition of Liam Doyle from Nashville Soccer Club.
Caldwell's laser pass missed 3 guys. It goes out of bounds, and Swope Park Rangers take over again. Rat. Back to Clark. The guy who just touched the ball, Tucker Lepley, just playing in his 2nd game this season, had played just 7 total minutes all year.
It's a big match for him tonight. You know, he's getting the nod. Paul Nagamira's trusted him with an away game, putting him in the lineup with so many players. As you said, Rob, been called up to the first team, so really good opportunity for some of these young guys to get a good run in tonight.
And that's why it could get to the point where it does get a little physical. I mean, these guys want to show something, want to prove something here tonight.
Absolutely, they want to prove something. At the same time, you know, I don't want to see needs to take advantage of some of these younger, inexperienced players, and there's going to be a physical difference as well, just because some of these players are so young. You know, they haven't fully developed physically and gotten the weight room yet. So, you know, I think 901 FC can really turn up the tempo and the physical aspect as well in this game.
We got Wilson Harris, who we featured in the open. He's just 19 years old, 2nd on the team in goals.
Wilson Harris, of course, a little bit different specimen from maybe some of the other 19-year-olds. He's got some good size to him. He's a physical player and got some good pace as well. So I can see what Sporting Kansas City and Swope Park can see in him. He's a talent for the future, and they're really looking to develop him.
Epps now for 901 FC. Metzger back to Birch. Head for Epps.
Really nice entry ball there from Mark Birch to the outside of his left boot into Marcus Epps. Another good one-time ball.
Sharpie. Centering pass. Postgame punches it away.
Smart punch out from Postgame again. Really smart not to try to catch that ball.
Memphis was right on the doorstep. Lindley now to Epps. Back to Metzger. Metzger has it taken away. Good takeaway there by the Swope Park Rangers, and it'll be a foul and a free kick.
Yeah, really good challenge there from Killian Columbia. As you saw Wes Sharpie, the replay here, really nice left-footed whipped-in ball. Postgame once again with a strong 2-handed punch out as Brandon Allen was waiting to pounce on that ball.
Cave Rad, his twin brother, also on the team, although not active tonight for the Swope Park Rangers. Jehan Rad. Akhmatov. Right side, Columby battling along the sideline, and it goes out of bounds, and Memphis will get it back. Good defense there.
Absolutely, really good defensive work from Marcus Epps, tracking back, killing Columby all the way into his own defensive third, showed his strength and his pace, and was able to win a throw-in for 901 FC.
Ball movement, 901 FC in a dangerous part of the field. Doyle will knock it away. Headed right back in.
Good interception there, and
Great ball ahead for Kunga. Kunga coming in, tries to make a move. It's poked away. He gets it back.
excellent 1v1 defending from Renico Clark.
Now Epps makes a quick move to his left, tries to cut back and has it poked away. De Silva in on the play, regains control to Sharpie.
Again, I don't want to see getting a lot of joy on this left-hand side.
Sharpie just couldn't control that entering pass. Here's De Silva again. He's going to hit it high into the air, into the box. It's loose. Kunga puts it on his feet, shoots, and it's knocked away by Postgame.
It's a great touch from John Postgame. Here De Silva showing a little bit of magic on the near-hand side with that lovely touch. The outside of his boot and then flicked it into the box. And Lagos Kunga settles that ball down nicely and fires that right-footed ball on his weak foot. Great touch at the end from John Postgame to parry that ball over the bar.
Postgame has been active here so far tonight.
Yeah, Postgame definitely not looking like an 18-year-old tonight.
Another corner for 901 FC.
This will be another in-swinging ball from Mark Birch. He'll be looking for Liam Doyle, who has his hand up on that back post.
Silva came running in, but it was knocked away, and Allen can't control it, and the Swope Park Rangers will take over.
Yeah, another really good clearance from Renico Clark, the tall center back from Jamaica. I think 901 FC and Mark Birch and Camp Lilling will definitely want to avoid him on set piece opportunities.
Akhmatov. His pass for Tucker Lepley too far, and Memphis gets it back. Metzger, Sharpie, Epps. Oh, nice little touch pass.
Lovely touch from Marcus Epps.
De Silva tries to make a move on the defender. It's knocked out, and it'll be another corner for Memphis.
So up here, De Silva looking for the nutmeg there on Cave Rad. But once again, Marcus Epps here, De Silva, and Wes Sharpie combining really nicely on this left-hand side. I think 901 FC really needs to keep going down the left-hand side of the field. Every time they found a lot of joy.
Lindley puts it in, the header knocked away, and Epps. Shot goes well over the goal and out, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, really good half chance right there from Marcus Epps. It popped up really nicely for the half volley on his weaker left foot. Unfortunately, he's leaning back a little bit too much and couldn't make that solid contact that I know he wanted to make. Really nice game, really nice first half so far from Marcus Epps, who was one of our featured players to watch for 901 FC at the beginning of this game. Found a lot of joy time and time again running at Killian Columby on the left-hand side of the field.
Kind of seen a lot of different guys who are being very active for 901 FC.
Yeah, another one of those guys, as you said, Rob.
Keep getting these opportunities. Yeah, keep getting these opportunities. Somebody's going to knock one home.
Absolutely. I think 901 FC also needs to keep looking for Brandon Allen as well. You know, that's your talisman up front. He's extremely efficient when he gets opportunities inside the 18-yard box.
Doyle now for Memphis. Pass for Epps, knocked away and cleared all the way through to Caldwell. They Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit SelectSportAmerica.com. Pedro.
Nice ball there from Pedro.
He gets it back. Gets it right back again in front. A shot. Caldwell, a big save.
Penalty given. Looked like there might have been some contact after the shot there from Wes Sharpie on Alexander. It was a great combination play between Alexander and Zay Pedro. A lot of contact there, as you saw, from Wes Sharpie on Zay Pedro. Or excuse me, on Alexander. And that there looks to be a lot of contact. I think that's a good call from our head official, our center referee, Lucas Zapala.
Heck of a save by Caldwell.
Heck of a save from Caldwell.
And now he's going to have to do it again. Sharpie picks up the yellow, his 8th of the year.
That's all it takes. You know, 901 FC was really getting the better part of this game, and a really fluid combination play between Zay Pedro and Alexander on that left-hand side of the field, the Swope Park left-hand side of the field. Ends up coming up big for the visitors.
Wilson Harris has 4 goals on the year. We'll take the PK. His 12th start of the year, as we've mentioned a couple of times, 19 years old.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity right here for the 19-year-old. Jeff Caldwell will have a little bit of confidence after making that really nice kick save on Alexander. Really nice pin from Wilson Harris. Sent Jeff Caldwell the wrong way and slotted that one home into the right-hand corner of the goal.
When do you know in your mind where you're going with this ball?
I think right there with Wilson Chandler, it looked like he had his mind made up all along. He wanted to send Jeff Caldwell left and open up his hips, and then fired that back post. So I think he had his mind made up before that penalty. There's some players, you know, it depends. Some players like to look at the goalkeeper and try to make the goalkeeper, you know, dip or move a certain way and then fire it the other way. So it all depends on the player. But I think on that particular penalty right there for Wilson Harris, he had his mind made up beforehand. It was a really nice penalty.
First time this season the Swope Park Rangers have scored first on the road. When they have scored first this year, they are 3-1-1. All of those matches have been at home. First time on the road that they have scored first.
Yeah, really gutsy performance so far from the young Swope Park Rangers team. Really a ton of guys out, a ton of guys being called up to Sporting Kansas City, the first team, and really not the start that 901 FC was looking for.
Now 901 FC, when they concede the first goal, just a 1-11-2. However, that win was their last game.
That's the good news. That's
I tried to put a shiny picture on it, yeah. That win was last game against Atlanta when they trailed 1-0, came back with 2 late ones to win the game, 2-1.
You know, there's definitely no reason for 901 FC to not score a couple goals tonight against this young Swope Park Rangers team. They've had a lot of really good opportunities so far and just haven't been able to find the back of the net.
Quick throw in to Kunga. The Epps back to Kunga. Working this left side again. Entry pass knocked away, out of bounds. Throw in for Memphis.
Yeah, it was good positioning right there from Columbia not to allow that service, that left-handed service in from August Kunga.
Merge now for the 901 FC. 1-0 lead for the Swope Park Rangers.
What a touch right there from Marcus Epps.
Epps puts it in front, loose, knocked away, kept it, shot, score!
Fantastic goal.
Pierre De Silva.
It's fantastic left-footed strike there from Pierre De Silva. Caught that ball off the bounce one time as the 901 FC players do a little dance. Rob, that one started with Marcus Epps with that brilliant touch over the shoulder from the ball from from Mark Birch, and a really nice finish from Pierre De Silva.
Swope Park Rangers had a chance to get it out right there. Just didn't put enough on it. Great blast by De Silva.
Yeah, Garrett Silva just puts his foot through this one, catches all of that ball. Looked like it dinged off that near post as well. And Postgame was standing on that near post, but the ball was hit so hard, you know, he dove after the ball was already at the back of the net. So great goal for 901 FC, great response.
Great goal in the 37th minute for 901 FC, brought to you by Chick-fil-A Mid-South. Pierre De Silva gets his first goal with the 901 FC. As I mentioned, didn't have a shot the last couple of games, and he's been really active tonight, been in on a lot of plays, and he gets that one through.
Absolutely. Well, you know, looking at that, I think he should shoot more often, Rob.
No doubt. Well, that's his 5th shot of the year. 3 of them have been on mark.
And more importantly, you know, that's the response that you want to see from the home team, from 901 FC.
Yeah.
You know, you give up a relatively soft penalty, then you come right back down the field and score with authority. So, you know, 901 FC keeps getting opportunities on goal. You know, I think there's plenty more goals left in this game.
Well, we kept saying if they keep creating the opportunities, they'll get one to go through, and they were able to do that, equalizing the game at 1 apiece.
Sloppy play right there from Renico Clark. What a fantastic tackle in the end there.
Yep, got sloppy again, and Epps almost had a great opportunity, and it'll be a corner.
Yeah, really unlucky again for Marcus Epps. Put that ball on target, and Postgame actually spills that one. And Marcus Epps follows up with it, and ends up being a great clearance from Kaveh Rad to stick with that ball and not allow Marcus Epps, the winger, who's been so active all night, to not score.
Cam Lindley with another opportunity on the corner for 901 FC.
Another in-swinging ball from Cam Lindley.
Goes far post,
Oh,
header!
there it
Score!
is. Josh Morton this time. He's had 2 goals within the span of 5 minutes for 901 FC. Another excellent whipped-in ball to that back post. Josh Morton does a great job to get his head on it, knock that ball down back towards the near post. So it catches all that. Postgame actually got a touch on that, and I think Zay Pedro was going to clear that ball off the line again, but Postgame touched it right around him.
Got his feet all tangled, got Pedro's feet all tangled when Postgame got the piece of it. Watch number 70 there as Postgame deflects it, and Zay Pedro got his feet tied up.
Absolutely, I think he was gonna knock that ball off the goal line again, Rob. But you know, Postgame, he can't just allow that ball he can't just leave that ball inside his own 6-yard box. But a great goal from Josh Morton.
Josh Morton's first goal. Memphis 901 FC has just scored twice, so you score with Papa John's. Use the code SCORE2WICE to receive half off your next order from Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Josh Morton scored the first ever goal here at AutoZone Park when he was playing for Tulsa. He gets his first goal with 901 FC as they scored 2 goals in about 5 minutes.
Josh Morton's got a real knack for a goal, as do several of the players on that 901 FC back line. Mark Birch and Liam Doyle, Wes Sharpie included. And I think that can be a real opportunity tonight for 901 FC to capitalize off of those set pieces, because besides Renico Clark, you know, not a ton of size and physicality for this young Swope Park Rangers team.
Had to be a little disappointed giving up the first goal, but boy, if they responded.
Fantastic response, exactly what Tim Mulqueen would have wanted, you know, for his side and on his birthday.
And on his birthday, of course. Rangers throw in. Kicked around in midfield. Segber's trying to control for Swope Park. Doyle fending him off, and a foul. A little too aggressive by Segbers, and Memphis will get it.
See Mark Segbers and Dan Metzger having a little bit of a tussle there. Dan Metzger's not going to take any. He's not going to take any stuff from the young Swope Park Rangers player, Mark Segbers. And this one's getting a little bit of physical. Temperatures rising in this game. And the curse mark, Mark Birch, won't have any of these wearing the captain's armband. Him and Dan Metzger both are 2 really tough guys and 2 enforcers. in the middle of the park for 901 FC.
And a yellow card issued.
I think those 2 goals in quick succession for 901 FC might have a few of the Swope Park Rangers players rattled, and that's what can happen, you know, for, as you see Paulo Nagamura crossing his arms, a little bit of frustrated. That's what can happen with a young team. You know, you jump on them quickly and score a couple goals, you know, they can start to get down on themselves, you know, oh no, not again.
Right.
You're at the bottom of the table, so I think it's a great opportunity for 901 FC to keep driving forward.
And to keep driving forward down the left wing here in this first half. De Silva to Sharpie. He's hit from behind.
This game really starting to get more physical. A lot of contact there between Killian Columbia and Wes Sharpie. Wes Sharpie with a really heads-up play to get his body in front of Columbia. He knew the contact was coming, got his body in front of that ball, and went down and earned himself a foul.
Well, I think he hit it on the head. A lot of frustration sneaking in for a team that's won just 3 games this season.
And he had another dangerous set piece here, Rob, for Cam Lindley to whip this ball right on top of that 6-yard box and have the big boys like Liam Doyle and Josh Morton to go get it.
Lindley's cross headed away and then knocked away. 901 FC will have a throw in.
Saw Cam Lindley had his hands on his head there. Not the greatest service from Cam Lindley, which is really uncharacteristic. Usually, you know, 9 times out of 10, that ball is going to hit the same spot wherever he wants. So, but I think there will be many more opportunities for set pieces tonight for 901 FC to capitalize on.
To Memphis. Lindley. Epps. Good ball ahead for De Silva. Silva's got a goal, lost control, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, it looks like Pierre De Silva's feet got a little bit tangled up there as he was charging into the 18-yard box. Once again, Marcus Epps and Pierre De Silva combining really nicely on this left-hand side.
John Postgame, he's been very active in goal tonight for the Swope Park Rangers. Made a couple of big saves.
Yeah, Postgame, I think he's had a really good game so far. You know, if it wasn't for him, this game could be, you know, 3 or 4 to 1. So I think on both of those, on both of the 901 FC goals, especially the first goal with Pierre De Silva, the blast in the back of the net, maybe could have done a little bit better on Josh Morton's header, but at the same time, it was a great header from Josh Morton.
Clark can't control off the header. De Silva takes over.
Well done from Pierre De Silva. Saw him holding up the ball and then showing the athleticism and opening up those legs to be able to avoid that pressure.
Birch across field for Epps. Epps. Pass to Kunga.
It's too easy for Marcus Epps right now at Killian Columbia.
Epps
Another
now
great
sneaking
ball.
through. Epps shoots, and he just put it wide, and it rolls far side of the field and out of bounds.
You see Brandon Allen going to his knees there. A little bit frustrated with Marcus Epps that he didn't slot that ball across the 6-yard box. I think he might have a case there. You know, it's a difficult angle for Marcus Epps to be able to shoot that ball, but he's had a lot of opportunities, been creating for everyone else. He said, you know, why not me? I want to score a couple goals. So once again, really nice movement from Marcus Epps.
We're into extra time, 2 minutes of extra time, so about 30 seconds plus, a minute left here in this first half. Swope Park Rangers jumped out to a 1-0 lead on a PK scored by Wilson Harris. Pierre De Silva equalizing things up, and Josh Morton giving 901 FC the lead. Caldwell plays it all the way through, and it's knocked away, and it's going to be a whistle, and that is going to be the half.
Really nice first half from 901 FC. A really nice response, I should say, after conceding first on that relatively soft penalty, scoring 2 goals in quick succession. So I'm sure Tim Wolkley will be very pleased with that response from his side.
No doubt about it. They were dominating play, really, and had more chances early in the game, yet still gave up that first goal on the penalty. But they've come back to score 2 to take the lead. De Silva with a rocket of a left. And then the header by Morton. 2-1. Memphis leads here at the half against Swope Park. Having fun out on the bluff here at AutoZone Park. Memphis 901 FC leading the Swope Park Rangers by a score of 2-1, conceding the first goal, yet coming back to score 2 to close out the half and doubling up Swope Park Rangers at this point. As we are here at halftime, want to check in with Wes Sharpie and Raul Gonzalez. They had a chance to visit with some of the folks out on the street here in the 901 to talk about, well, the 901.
Hey, I'm Wes Sharpie.
And I'm Raul from school.
Happy 901 Day. Me and Raul get to run down Main Street, asking people questions and giving out dollar bills. Come on! Really quick, Rendezvous or Central Barbecue? For $1. For $1! Too late! Too late! Too late! Sir, for $1 bill, what is the birthplace of rock and roll in Memphis?
Rent money. I don't know.
Sun Studio, sir. For $1, name 2 famous people from Memphis.
Can you name 2 famous people from Memphis?
Sorry? Can I name 2 famous people from Memphis? Elvis, Kathy Bates.
Yes.
Oh! Excuse me, sir. What is the name of the Irish pub on Beale Street for $1?
Yeah, you get a $1.
Silky O'Sullivan's.
Boom! Yes. Give him the $1.
Yes.
And a high five.
Cheese. Cheese. Excuse me. What's the most famous street on Memphis?
Sir, for $1 bill, Rendezvous or Central Barbecue?
Central Barbecue.
There's no wrong answer. Give him a $1 bill. Give him a $1 bill. Oh yeah.
Do you know about us? Memphis 901 FC? That's what I like to hear. What's the professional soccer team in Memphis?
901 FC.
Oh!
Love City, love you.
For $1 bill,
You.
what TV show is filming in Memphis right now?
Bluff City Law?
Oh, man.
She's too good. She is too good. What's the professional soccer team in Memphis?
901.
901! 901, give him a $1. Woo!
What a play! Wow! Bucket! Collier weaving his way through. Elliot Collier for the hat trick. There it is! Can Kunga make it even more special? Indeed! To the back post. Look at that! Oh my goodness! A brace for Brandon Allen. On top of the box, strikes it true, back of the net. Oh, what a finish, Bustamante. The attempt at an amazing goal. Or maybe a goal of the year candidate from Rodrigo da Costa. And here we go again. Kadima! Oh, what a strike.
Has been in the 11. And there's an effort from distance with Irving off his line. And that's a goal for the highlight reel there.
Obert there. Plua. Shot goal! Plua with the bicycle! Conrad Plua! Dillon goes for goal. Oh, what a strike from Justin Dillon!
Now Gallardo for his brace tonight. Gallardo. A nutmeg of St. Phil. What an opportunity for Joe Gallardo. A brace. And it's 4 goals for the Richmond Kickers. Mikey Rowe now. Rowe takes it on and it's in. What a strike. And Tormenta. Very patient. Here's Bermudez now back on his left foot. A curler for the top corner. Oh, what a goal. Bermudez.
Torres
shoot. He will score. Tabatore. What did you say that you walked in? Oh, something on the bus. Something's done. Oh my goodness. Lubin, what a save. Outstanding individual effort. They stand together.
Like to thank our official Memphis 901 FC pub partners, Aldo's Pizza Pies, Silky O'Sullivan's, High Cotton Brewing Company, Crosstown Brewing Company, and more. You can watch every Memphis 901 FC match home and away at these pubs, including Memphis 901 FC's next road match against Loudoun United this Friday, September 13th at 6:30 on CW30. And September continues to be an action-packed month for 901 FC as they get set to host 3 different teams the week of September 21st through the 28th. Get your tickets today. Call 901-721-6000 or visit memphis901fc.com/tickets. And you can do that now. Taking a look around the USL, Pittsburgh and Louisville. Louisville City bringing a 5-game unbeaten run to Pittsburgh this weekend with the hopes of boosting its chances for a top 4 finish. And St. Louis got a much-needed win last Sunday against Hartford, followed it up with a second consecutive victory against Ottawa, and defeating a Nashville side that earned a 2-1 victory against Tampa Bay at Al Lang Stadium last weekend, however, won't be easy. And next up, of course, for Memphis, Loudoun United. Just 1-3-1 in their last 5. But coming off a big 4-0 win over North Carolina until today. They played Hartford earlier today and lost 5-1. They're led by Kyle Murphy. He's got 7 goals on this season. Looking at the standings in the USL, the playoff line currently is 31 points. 901 FC trying to get 3 tonight to get them to 25. They could jump up a spot or 2 if everything works out correctly for them tonight. See Birmingham there at 36 in that 9th spot. And looking at scores from earlier, Hartford, as we mentioned, beating Loudoun United 5-1. Tampa Bay getting another win as they're starting to get things correct again as they beat Charlotte. Pittsburgh and Louisville, scoreless tie, a draw. Atlanta United doubling up Ottawa. And North Carolina, Bethlehem Steel, a 3-3 draw. Charleston Battery, the Indy 11, they will play tomorrow. Looking at the halftime stats, they're presented by Memphis Area Rideshare. What stands out? I see a couple of things.
Absolutely. I mean, as you can see, it looks like Memphis 901 FC dominating in basically every single statistical category. And, you know, that's what we saw on the field as well. I think in this case, you know, the numbers aren't lying. Memphis 901 FC getting the lion's share of possession in this game and really accurate passing, 10 shots as opposed to 3 shots for Swope Park Rangers. So, you know, besides that, conceding that one pretty soft penalty, 901 FC really dominating in this match.
Yeah, those shots are big because Swope Park just with 3. Their last game, even though they haven't played well in their last game, even though they lost, they had 20 shots with 6 of them on target and outshot their opponent 20-8. So Memphis with more shots than Swope Park even gave up in their last total game. All right, we'll take a break here at the half. We'll get back with second half action as Memphis 901 FC looks to win their second straight and win their second straight when falling behind in a ball game. They've only done that once all year, trying to make it 2 here tonight. Back here at AutoZone Park, Memphis 901 FC leading the Swope Park Rangers. It is 2-1. As we take a look at the highlights from the first half, and Jeff Caldwell has been tested a couple of times, but he's come up big.
Yeah, absolutely. He made a couple of big saves, as well as on the other side, his counterpart, John Postgame, has been really busy tonight.
Got a little help there in that defensive play. A good one there.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh Morton really active so far on set pieces tonight, as he has been on the end of a few balls in this first half.
Memphis had more chances early. There was another one there that Postgame came up with a big save, but then Caldwell with a huge save, but a penalty call.
Absolutely. Really nice combination there between Zay Pedro and Alexander, and allowed Wilson Harris to step up and calmly slot away that penalty.
Poor clearing chance there for Swope Park, and Pierre De Silva taking advantage of it with a rocket.
Absolutely. Pierre De Silva absolutely puts his foot through the ball, catches it on the half volley perfectly on his laces, and finishes it nicely.
And then the header by Josh Morton just a couple of minutes later gives 901 FC the lead 2-1, and that's where we stand now as we get set to start second half action. As we mentioned, when conceding the first goal, Memphis has just one win on the season. That was their last game in Atlanta that they came back to win 2-1. This is the first time that the Swope Park Rangers have scored first on the road. First time this season that they've scored first on the road. And Memphis trying to spoil that.
I think 901 FC is set up really nicely in this game to be able to continue to drive forward and score more goals, and hopefully for 901 FC to score first. I think if you score first and go up 2 goals, I think that'll really put away this young Swope Park Rangers team mentally on the road. A lot of new guys in there.
Then that midfield possession can come into play and be very effective to just wipe this game away, basically.
Absolutely. Then you get Cam Lindley on the ball, who's extremely calm and composed, and Dan Metzger and Pierre De Silva running at defenders. So, so they'll have a really good opportunity here with the set piece. It'll be another Mark Birch in-swinging left-footed ball. He'll be looking for Josh Morton again and Liam Doyle and some of those taller defenders to be able to maybe head the ball and really throw shots on net.
Early corner opportunity here for 901 FC. Birch puts it in play, punched out by Postgame, and the Swope Park Rangers clear from danger.
Another good start from John Postgame. He's alert and ready and making really good decisions and strong decisions coming off of his line.
There's a long shot by Allen, just going wide.
Yeah, really.
Boy, he teed it up.
Yeah, nice opportunity there from Brandon Allen. He's got a really nice left foot, and typically he puts those shots on target, but rarely do we get to see Brandon Allen shoot from outside of the box, and we got to see it this time, and he really put his foot through that and got a lot on it, but unfortunately for 901 FC, did not put it on target.
Swope Park Rangers with control. Long ball going to reach the goal line, go out of bounds.
It's good tracking there from Wes Sharpie, not allowing Mark Segbers to be able to get to that ball, although I'm not sure if he would have gotten to it anyway, even without Wes Sharpie tracking on his heels.
Jeff Caldwell put it back in play. You were talking about getting that next goal would really help out. One of your keys to the match that you had tonight about playing the full 90. This team we've seen have leads or be tied late in games and give up late goals, and that's been a problem all season long. To get that third one would certainly help.
Absolutely, and especially, 901 FC has struggled sometimes to allow the other team to score goals against the run of play. 901 FC will really have the lion's share of possession and chances created, but then these kind of random soft goals they'll concede at times. So I think if 901 FC can continue to get the ball out wide to Marcus Epps and into Brandon Allen, they'll have a great opportunity to go up 2 goals in this match.
We saw him play very strongly down the left wing in that first half. See if they try to do that again here in the second half, as you see Memphis going from your right to your left on your television. Swope Park going left to right in their road whites, Memphis in their home blues. Sharpie. Doyle. Lindley back to Doyle. Getting it up that left side. De Silva now on the ball. It goes out. And they're going to give it to the Rangers.
Yeah, good battle there between Pierre Da Silva and Wilson Harris. Really physical play there from Pierre Da Silva. Doesn't look like he might be the strongest of players, but really strong core and is able to use that strength and really have players bounce off.
Nice play by Epps to break free, but can't keep control, and it's taken away by Swope Park.
It's dangerous right here with Alexander running forward. He's a really talented, offensive-minded left back.
Tried to get it to Akhmatov. He can't control it, and Memphis will get it back.
Yeah, really good tracking there from Cam Lindley. Doing his defensive duties. You know, Cam Lindley's so talented, not only offensively going forward with his vision and ability to strike the ball from distance, but you know, he doesn't shirk his defensive duties, and he's an industrious player and a true number 8 box-to-box midfielder.
Swope Park, we mentioned it a lot in the first half. They've lost some of their top players to Sporting Kansas City. Sporting Kansas City having a number of players. Without 7 players in their match tonight, they had to bring up a lot of the players here from Swope Park. There's an excellent ball, a shot and a goal as they get through the Memphis defense. And the goal by Z Pedro, his second of the year.
Yeah, fantastic finish and run there from Zay Pedro, just driving right at the heart of that Memphis 901 FC back line. It's a fantastic ball there from Akhmatov. Slots it into Zay Pedro, who slots it with his weaker right foot right under Jeff Caldwell, who did well to come out and close down the angle, but really calm and tidy finish from Zay Pedro to equalize this game.
Great entry pass to Z Pedro, and he's able to tie it up at 2. We were saying Sporting Kansas City was missing 7 guys in their game tonight. They had to call a lot of guys up, including the leading goal scorer, Felipe Hernandez, from this team. So it's a very young team. A couple of guys just getting their second start of the year for the Swope Park Rangers. But they're battling tonight, and they've tied it up at 2.
Yeah, really good mental concentration and fortitude from Swope Park Rangers to start this half so fast. And once again from 901 FC, you know, we've seen it time and time again to be dominant in possession and chances, but you know, 1 shot, 1 goal, and conceding goals really against the run of play. So definitely not something that Tim Mulqueen will want to see on his side.
I think the best thing that happened for the Rangers is that halftime came, because it looked like after Memphis had taken the lead that they kind of lost their composure a little bit, lost their patience a little bit, but they've come out here in the second half and kind of doing what they did to start tonight's match.
Absolutely, and it also goes back to missing chances as well. You know, when you don't take advantage of really, because we have another chance here from Mark Segbers. Jeff Caldwell doing well to step off his line and corral that ball. But, you know, the more chances that you miss, you know, going back to the first half, you know, it allows teams to hang around and stay in games. And you saw what happened right there. Swope Park Rangers being really efficient, getting 1 shot on goal in the second half and scoring.
Lindley for the 901 FC. 2-2 the score. Z Pedro getting his second for the Swope Park Rangers, second of the season. Here in the second half to tie things up. Here's Morton to Da Silva. Da Silva had a good first half, including a goal. Da Silva's centering pass goes through right to Postgame.
You see what Pierre Da Silva was looking for right there. He's looking for Brandon Allen or Marcus Epps to be able to make that diagonal run across the 18-yard box, but Brandon Allen, I think, wanted that ball in the back post.
2-2 the score here at AutoZone Park. Rob Fisher, JJ Greer with you here tonight. Beautiful night here in Memphis.
You can see the energy level that's just lifted from Swope Park Rangers after that goal as well. You know, looked like they're playing with a lot more confidence right now as things are starting to get pretty physical. And
Metzger's going to get a yellow card.
Dan Metzger is going to be awarded the yellow card. In a dangerous position, I might add. The corner of the 18-yard box, only about, you know, 5 or 6 yards outside the 18-yard box, so it could be a shooting opportunity for Swope Park Rangers.
7th yellow of the year for Metzger.
You saw there's a lot of contact there. I mean, you can't really blame Dan Metzger for wanting to get, that might have been Wilson Harris.
off of him as he was holding
He didn't
him.
get the yellow card for that. He got it because after he got up, he gave him a nice little extra shot.
Oh, there you go. I'm trying to help him out a little bit, but I think you're right, Rob. Might have been some extracurriculars. Stan Metzger definitely a little bit frustrated as well.
There it is. Well, no, that wasn't it. Here it is. There. Okay.
Wilson Harris, you know, the pesky young 19-year-old.
Yep. Probably feeling a little bit better about himself. As this entire team is, you can just sense they've got a little more energy here. Unsportsmanlike yellow for Metzger.
You see a few players, a conglomerate of players standing over this ball for Swope Park Rangers.
Long shot, and Caldwell with a big save.
Fantastic save from Jeff Caldwell.
Beautiful shot.
Being alert, and Zay Pedro just whipping that ball into the top corner. Jeff Caldwell picks that ball out of the top corner. Zay Pedro with that left-footed ball, whips it over, gets it up and over the wall. Excellent dip and a fantastic save. Strong right hand punch there from Jeff Caldwell.
Great look on that replay. And an opportunity here for the Swope Park Rangers as they got a corner kick. Akhmatov. He's over the ball. Z Pedro right next to him. We're going to get it to Z Pedro, and he centers it. Just missed.
Excellent delivery. Oh, what a move.
Centering pass. Caldwell knocks it away, and Memphis clears it out. But knocked right back in by the Swope Park Rangers. Lepley had played just 7 minutes on the season coming into tonight. He's been in the starting lineup and hasn't left the field.
Yeah, it's well done from Lepley there to be able to hold that ball and avoid the double team and allow his team to keep possession. You can see Zay Roberto starting to show his flair, gaining much more confidence in this game.
Here's Lepley again. Takes it over onto the right side, Columby. Now Rad. Swope Park now. Some good possession number here. Pedro hasn't knocked away, but Swope Park Rangers a good throw.
Yeah, it's good defending right there from Josh Morton, not allowing Zay Pedro to turn and face up and allow him to run at the fullback.
Back down the left side again for Pedro. It's knocked away and cleared away by Morton.
Yeah, a bit of a mistouch there from Zay Pedro. He had the opportunity to be able to take that ball down and run at Josh Morton, but unfortunately for Swope Park was unable to have a good first touch.
Swope Park controlling play here in the second half.
Yeah, Swope Park has done a really good job since that second goal, since Zay Pedro's equalizer, of moving the ball around and playing with a lot of touches and 1 and 2 touches and gaining a lot of confidence going forward.
And we'll have a substitution. Elliot Collier had missed some games with injury. Came back in the Atlanta game, the win. Lagos Kunga coming out of the game. Elliot Collier comes in. Collier 5 goals, leading the team on the season despite the time that he's missed.
Lagos Kunga had a decent first half in this game, and in the second half, unfortunately for 901 FC, hasn't seen too much of the ball, but I think this is a really good substitution from Tim Mulqueen. As you can see, it's a fantastic move there from Iavalik to be able to earn the foul in a dangerous position for Swope Park Ranger. But I think this game is built for Elliot Collier. I think if 901 FC can find Elliot Collier on the wing, he'll have lots of opportunity to do what he does best, which is run at players and create chances.
Rangers still with possession. Another dangerous opportunity for them. They've scored the equalizer here in the second half.
And I think Zay Pedro will have a decision to make here, whether to whip it into that back post or maybe even go for goal and whip it over this 2-man wall. So he elects for service, and it's cleared out nicely by Liam Doyle.
Nice jump by Doyle, and Allen tries to knock it away, kept back in. Knocked in front, header is deflected back to Caldwell.
Wouldn't have counted anyway, as a lot of contact there between Wilson Harris and Mark Birch. And Lucas Apollo awards the foul.
See if Memphis can get a little possession going in the second half. Get something going in the offensive end.
Yeah, I think 901 FC needs to look back into doing what they were doing in the first half, Rob, which is get the ball out wide to Marcus Epps and get the ball out wide to Elliot Collier and isolate them out wide and allow them to go 1v1 at players and create opportunities. You know, you had a lot of success doing that in the first half, and you know, why not get back to that? Although, you know, maybe we can credit Swope Park as well for shutting that off some and not allowing those entry balls into Marcus Epps.
Yeah, I mentioned it a little earlier too. So much play down the left wing in that first half, and a lot of success creating opportunities on that left wing. See if you can get some possession over there.
Absolutely, and you know, I think we do need to credit Paulo Nagamura with making that adjustment as well at halftime. You know, I think he saw what we all saw, which is how much joy 901 FC was getting on that left-hand side. So you see right there, Mark Segbers closing down that left-hand side and not allowing any attack to get started over there.
Birch will play it in. Knocked right back out. Lindley trying to keep it right back in. Here comes De Silva on a run. De Silva, Pierre De Silva, his long shot is deflected, I believe, and it goes wide of the goal. Should be a corner.
Really well done there once again from Pierre De Silva. Took a really nice touch from Cam Lindley and was looking to put his foot through that ball again, but a really nice tackle there from Killian Columbi to not allow Pierre De Silva to put that shot on target. But once again, another 901 FC corner kick.
Here it comes, headed away. And it goes out, and Memphis will have it. Allen with the quick throw in. To Metzger. We'll play it all the way back to Lindley, who will tap it back to the keeper, Jeff Caldwell.
Yeah, Swope Park Rangers did a nice job there not to allow 901 FC to get anything off of that corner kick. It was cleared out nicely, and then they closed down the ball and didn't allow 901 FC to have any quick restarts off the throw-in.
Caldwell with the long ball.
There's a lot of contact on the far-hand side of the field over there between Josh Morton and Alexander. Alexander using the smart play and putting his body in front of Josh Morton and earns his team a foul.
Talk about this young team and physical strength. Alexander, he's a big fella. He doesn't look like he has a problem with it.
Yeah, no, Alexander, he's, you know, not all of it either is about size. You know, it's also about being smart. You know, if you put your body in good positions and feel contact, and you know, if it's a foul, whether you drop your body or not. You know, sometimes people get upset when they feel like players are going down easily, but if there's contact, there's contact.
Swope Park with possession in the 62nd minute of this game. 2-2 the score. Swope Park Rangers, they scored first. Memphis came back with two quick ones and had a 2-1 lead at the half.
Ooh.
Silva almost got it easy.
Yeah, that was good tracking there from Pierre De Silva. Sticking close is a little bit of a miscommunication there between Liam Doyle and Jeff Caldwell, but Liam Doyle using his experience and taking initiative and just taking that ball for himself.
Long ball for Allen. Races after it. It's played back to John Polskamp, the goalkeeper for Swope Park. Good change fields. Nice job by Morton getting it back in. Morton for Collier. Collier gets it back. Collier breaking in. Collier shoots, and it's knocked away by Polskamp. And 901 FC can't keep it in. Lindley trying to keep it in. Now Metzger. Right side Morton. This pass knocked away, out of bounds. Throw in for 901 FC, and they play her down.
Really nice save there, kick save there from Polskamp, as you can see on the replay. Collier doing what he does best, running at defenders, maybe taking one touch too many, but give credit where credit's due, and John Polskamp made a really nice kick save on that play to keep this game at 2-2 for Swope Park Rangers.
Clear down for Swope Park. That is Alexander. We were talking about earlier, making his 23rd start of the year.
Yeah, it's like Alexander there. Felt some contact. He looks to be grabbing his ribs. Looks to be okay, but I'm sure he's giving his team a breather as it's a pretty warm night here in Memphis.
2-2 is the score. Tune into ESPN 3 on September the 11th for an electrifying edition of Wednesday Night Soccer. High-flying Phoenix Rising FC heads to Las Vegas to meet the Lights in an action-packed Western Conference showdown. You can see it all September 11th during Wednesday Night Soccer on ESPN 3. And fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL on ESPN through the 2022 season. USL is excited to announce the championship, and League One will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will be featured, or ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL, and at least 19 games a year will be featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Alexander is back up, and we're back underway. Swope Park with the steal. Bring it out to midfield.
It's a good interception there from Ayubalak, who's had a really nice game so far for Swope Park Rangers, not only defensively but offensively as well. He's been creative and he's created a number of chances for Swope Park.
Yeah. Doyle just clearing it out, getting ready to get rid of the mess.
Absolutely no nonsense there from Liam Doyle and Mark Birch as well. They're 2 really calm and smart defenders and don't like to take chances or you don't need to take chances.
And we got another player down. That's Pedro. It looks like we're going to have a substitution as well for the Rangers. Pedro will be coming out.
That'll be a pretty big loss as well for Swope Park. Zay Pedro and Alexander have been dangerous all night long on that left-hand side of the field. And, of course, Zay Pedro earned himself a goal tonight, but he's had plenty of other chances as well off set pieces and has whipped in really good service all night long. So it's a pretty big loss here in the 66th minute for Swope Park Rangers.
Ethan Vanacore Decker comes in. He's got 3 goals on the season.
And Vanacore Decker is a pretty creative player with some flair himself. So a good option to bring off the bench for Paulo Nagamura and his side. It'll be another good battle between Vanacore Decker and Josh Morgan.
Throw in for the Swope Park Rangers. It's headed away, and now Collier gets control, and 901 FC will regroup. Epps, a fantastic first half. Doyle across for Birch. To Lindley, plays it ahead. Racing in is Allen. Allen shoots, scores!
Fantastic goal and ball there from Brandon Allen as he received that service from Cam Lindley and just did a really nice job sealing off the center back of Swope Park Rangers, gets his body around it, slots it into that back post with that patented left foot of his. 3-2 901 FC.
Great job by Allen just to control that ball.
Absolutely, he's really smart. It looked like the Swope Park center back, that might have been Kave Rad there. As you see the ball come in from Cam Lindley, and Brandon Allen just really using the heads-up play and gets the position on Kave Rad and was able to slot that ball home as John Postgame is clearly upset with his defender there. The defender, I think Kave Rad should have probably had that ball cleared, but Brandon Allen sticking with that one and using his body to seal off the center back and be able to slot that home. And Tim Oakley once again is pleased.
Yeah, he certainly had the step on Allen, but Allen just patient, found an opening, able to knock it home, and 901 FC gets the lead.
I guess we should have been prepared for plenty of goals in this game, as Swope Park is near the bottom of the league in terms of this defensive statistics. Although I'm sure this is a couple more goals than Tim Mulqueen would have liked to have conceded for his side, but definitely thought there would be some goals in this game facing such a young Swope Park Rangers side that have not gotten a ton of minutes on the year.
Cam Lindley with the assist. His third assist of the season. Back from the Swope Park Rangers quickly, and Memphis clears it out to midfield.
I think it'll be really important now for 901 FC to really, you know, shut the water off on this Swope Park Rangers attack and not allow them to bounce back and get another goal, and really quite the opposite. Continue to drive forward and try to go up 2 goals in this team, on this pesky Swope Park Rangers team that continues to come back and equalize the game.
Long pass ahead for Morton. His centering pass is knocked away. Kept in, however, by Sharpie.
Oh, lovely move there from Wes Sharpie.
Sharpie, his centering pass. Knocked away by the Swope Park Rangers, and they'll bring it back out. Well, intercepted by Collier. Oh, foul.
Yeah, definitely a foul there on Elliot Collier. Smart to stop that counter-attacking opportunity that Lepley had. He was driving forward towards that 901 FC midfield.
Rangers have control. Columby over to Lepley. He's taken down, and Birch is going to get a yellow.
Definitely a foul there on Mark Birch. I mean, I don't think Tucker Lepley was going to be able to get back to that ball, but there was contact there, and Lucas Sapala is given the yellow card to Mark Birch. I'm not sure if it's just from this tackle right here or if it's consistent infringement. Is actually looking at the replay, you know, I think Tucker Lepley might have initiated that contact, so I think Mark Birch does have a case here as to why, you know, he's wondering why he's receiving that yellow card.
His 8th yellow on the season.
And it seems he is no stranger to getting yellow cards, but I think that one might have been a little bit soft.
Yeah. Usually the replay will show different, but the replay showed a lot different this time.
Absolutely. And, you know, Lucas Sapala doesn't have the benefit of watching the replay.
Yep.
You know, he's seeing things there happening fast in real time, and there did seem to be some contact, though, watching it the first time around.
Throw in for the Swope Park Rangers, and a late call, but foul call.
Very late call as Swope Park is continuing to get some favorable foul calls in the attacking third of the field.
Don't want to give them any opportunities here, and they got a good one here. 3-2, 901 FC lead in the 71st minute.
901 FC is very fortunate that Zay Pedro isn't standing over this ball, as although Akhmatov and Tucker Lepley are very good and technical and have good service here.
That's not Akhmatov, that is Alap. And that shot goes high over the goal and will be a goal kick.
Alak was able to free himself and get a little bit of space, but he was leaning back and sent that one high over Jeff Caldwell's crossbar.
Caldwell's come up with a couple of big saves tonight. One of the goals scored by Swope Park came on a penalty kick, their first goal of the game. The first goal of the game. Followed a great save by Caldwell, but there was a penalty on the play. And Wilson Harris was able to score on the PK. Now Allen for De Silva. De Silva. Nice lead pass. Collier. Elliot Collier working along that end line, and it's knocked out. It'll be another corner for 901 FC.
It's really good hold-up play and patience there from Elliot Collier, just holding off the young center back, Kave Rad. It's a really nice entry ball once again from Pierre De Silva to find Elliot Collier streaking right at the heart of that Swope Park defense, and we'll have another Mark Birch corner kick.
See if this can be the opportunity. Bluff City Mafia in rare form tonight. Birch with the corner. Far side headed away. Doyle trying to keep it in. Does, and it's caught by Postgame.
You see Mark Birch continuing to look for Liam Doyle on that back post. The ball not quite deep enough to find him, but 901 FC doing a great job of time and time again earning set piece opportunities.
Ball played long all the way to Caldwell. little pressure there by Decker. And the Rangers regain control in their own end. Clark. Haven't heard much from Clark here in the second half.
Yeah, I haven't heard too much from Renico Clark or Kave Rad at the same time, which typically is a good thing when you're a center back, but at the same time, the Swope Park defense has conceded 3 goals. And
they were kind of quarterbacking things in the first half.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, Renico Clark's strength is, you know, those 1v1 physical battles and those balls in the air with his tall physical stature. But at the same time, when you have such a young team, it's really hard to organize the squad, and it can almost be like herding cats sometimes, you know. But I think 901 FC, if they continue to drive at Swope Park Rangers, there could be more goals left in this game.
A nice play there, and tough foul called on De Silva.
See the 901 FC players and their head coach Tim Mulqueen not particularly pleased with some of these foul calls, as there's definitely contact there as Pierre De Silva stepped on the toe of Ayub Alak, which can be pretty painful when you get those studs on your big toe. And as Ewan Grandison looks to check into this game, but some good contact and a good physicality so far in this game.
Ewan Grandison, he will come in. He will replace Wes Sharpie.
And I think this is a more defensive substitution. I thought Wes Sharpie had a really nice game. And Ewan Grandison, as you can see, he's a big physical player and will really look to shut down the attacking players, the attacking winger on Swope Park, on the Swope Park side.
Last time in this situation, they let a shot rip. Caldwell made a big save. This time Caldwell doesn't have to make a save as it goes over the goal.
Yeah, Akhmatov doesn't quite get this one right. I don't think he had the pace or the accuracy there to beat Jeff Caldwell. Definitely didn't have the accuracy. You saw it sailed over the bar, but I think Jeff Caldwell would have had that one covered anyway.
14 minutes left in regulation play.
And this goes back to our My City Rides keys in the match. You know, you can sense that 901 FC has the better part of this game, but you know, at times we've seen this club, this young club in their inaugural season, maybe get a little bit lax and give up goals late in these games. So I think if they can get another goal and make this game 4-2, they'll have a great shot at 3 points.
Well, De Silva has had a fantastic night tonight. Gets it to Epps. Epps tries to make some fancy footwork. Has it knocked away, but it comes back to De Silva. Morton. Play it all the way back to Birch. Cross for Doyle. Doyle, long ball, knocked away by Clark. And the Swope Park Rangers try to get control at midfield. But Memphis takes it right back.
It's good defensive work there from Cam Lindley to be able to track that ball. Great ball from Mark Birch.
Collier in
there
front.
It is.
Score! Great ball by Collier. And an easy goal for Allen.
Fantastic team goal from 901 FC. It started with that initial ball from Mark Birch into Elliot Collier. Hit him in stride in the 18-yard box, and then Elliot Collier with the heads-up play and slots that one across the 6-yard box to Brandon Allen, who's wide open. And Brandon Allen is never going to miss those opportunities. He's efficient, and he's a fox in the box, and those are the goals that he likes to score. 4-2 901 FC.
Great ball by Collier. Leads his team in scoring. That was a beautiful pass, and Brandon Allen knocks it home. You know, the last game, the win against Atlanta, Adam Najim had 2 goals. It was the first 2-goal game for Memphis 901 FC since Brandon Allen back on July 20th. Well, Allen didn't like that Najim took that over, so he comes back and has a 2-goal game now himself tonight.
Absolutely, and that's the thing about Brandon Allen. If you get him service, you know, he'll be in those opportunities. He'll be in those good positions in and around the 6-yard box, and he'll typically finish them. And shout out to Elliot Collier as well. I think he's been a super sub, a great substitution by Tim Mulqueen as Elliot Collier replaced Lagos Kunga. And Elliot Collier's been extremely busy in the second part of the second half and has created a lot of opportunities for 901 FC.
Yeah, that Atlanta game was his first time back in the lineup since dealing with some injuries. You wonder if he'll get it back in the starting lineup at some point once he gets his conditioning ready to go, longer minutes in a game.
Absolutely. I'm sure he will earn himself more minutes, continue to earn himself more minutes in this game. It's great for Tim Mulqueen also to have options to be able to bring off the bench, especially when guys like Najim and Leston Paul and Abdi Muhammad come back from international duty and as other players start to get fit as well that have been injured.
4-2, 901 FC. Extending that lead to 2 goals. Take a little, you don't want to take a deep breath, but you can take a little bit of a deep breath because the second half, Swope Park Rangers played really well.
Exactly, and it goes back to what you were saying too. Now that you have that 2-goal lead, you want to get Cam Lindley and Pierre Da Silva on the ball and just knock that ball around. And sometimes the best defense is good offense. If it'll be hard for Swope Park Rangers to score if they don't have the ball.
Now a long pass. Caldwell comes out to make the play, knocks it away. Shot right back in, knocked right back out. Grandison.
Strong clearance from Ewan Grandison there, and a great tackle as well from Jeff Caldwell. He had to get that one right.
Last time Memphis scored 4 goals in a game was July 6th when they beat Hartford 4-1. They lead this one 4-2.
It was a great show, entertaining match here for the home fans. 6 total goals so far, four to the good guys, 901 FC. So really exciting match for the home fans of 901 FC to watch.
Interesting ball, interesting defensive play by Grandison using his body, and the ball comes loose to Caldwell.
Yeah, really good tracking there from Grandison, using that physical stature of his to just seal off. I believe that was Vanacore Decker and allowed Jeff Caldwell to corral that ball.
Bluff City Mafia getting louder as we get into the final 10 minutes of this game, final 10 minutes of regulation at least, with Memphis leading 4-2. Trying to win their second straight game. That hasn't happened this season.
Well, there's no better time than the present.
And no better time than the head coach's birthday. Tim Mulqueen celebrating a birthday today.
And I'm sure Tim Mulqueen might have used that in his pregame or halftime speech as well. Come on, guys, it's my birthday, right?
Another substitution. Tyler Freeman will come into the game. Watch Caldwell come out. Made a nice little tackle on this play.
Yeah, great challenge there from Jeff Caldwell. As I said before, he had to get that one right because any wrong move or wrong touch, could end up in a foul and could end up in another penalty for Swope Park Rangers.
Rangers coming back on the attack again. Knocked away. Morton trying to get control. It's DeLindley. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Rangers. Decker, double team. Lindley tries to clear it out. Dangerous pass comes in front. There's a long shot to save by Jeff Caldwell. That's shot by Freeman.
Yeah, you saw Campbell put his hand up there. He knows that was not the greatest clearance there as he passed it right to the Swope Park attacker. But Jeff Caldwell says, that's okay, guys, I got it, and catches this ball easily. There's been some contact with the hand there from Alexander, but gets away with that one. Still ends up being 901 FC throwing.
Don't want to get lazy with the 2-goal lead.
Yeah, at the same time, there's still plenty of time left in this game as we're in the 82nd minute, and you can expect probably 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time as well, as we've had some guys go down. So you still got another solid 10 minutes left in this game, and you don't want to allow any funny business to happen here at home.
No, not at all. It was one of our keys to the match. Play the full 90.
The full 90 plus.
90 plus, yeah. Grandison.
And that's where guys like the guy on the ball right here, Mark Birch, the captain, he'll need to lead his guys, and it's a great move right there from Elliott Collier. He'll need to lead his guys and keep them focused.
Collier trying to get around the defender. Swope Park comes back. Boy, good look at Collier so far, just in the few minutes that he's been able to play in his last 2 games.
Absolutely. He's such a weapon. He's the leading goal scorer of the team for a reason, and he's also got great vision as well. But, he's got such great athletic ability with those long strides and that endurance that he has, and he's willing to drive at players. So has been really a super sub in this game and has changed the second half.
The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Memphis throw-in.
So you see Jeff Caldwell continuing to shout instructions at his back line and keep them engaged in this game and not allow them to concede any more goals.
Swope Park. First time that they have scored first on the road this year. They're now down 4-2. It was a 2-1 halftime lead for 901 FC. Centering pass just missed the header. Lepley can't control, but does enough to get a throw in for Swope Park. And we'll have another one.
It's good defensive work there from Marcus Epps. The left winger is tracked all the way back to his own defensive third to assist and close this game out. As you see the nutmeg there, the good outlet passes. 901 FC looks to be on the counterattack.
And De Silva taken down. That'll be a whistle.
It should potentially be a yellow card there for Ayub Alec, and it will be.
It's getting stalked. Yeah.
Got the mustard out. It's a foul that Alec had to make, is that looked to be a strong counterattacking opportunity for 901 FC. Started with that nutmeg from Marcus Epps.
Yeah, and Silva, one of those guys you talked about earlier. At this point of the game, up by 2, get the ball on his foot.
Yeah, I've been extremely impressed with Pierre De Silva all night. Not only does he have the goal, but he's had a lot of really good passes in this game, and it showed his athleticism as well, and has opened up the legs and has driven at the midfield and back line of Swope Park Rangers.
Here's Metzger. No one's knocked out. And Metzger's going to come out. Hackworth's going to come in. Morgan Hackworth check in for 901 FC.
Really good game from Dan Metzger. He's a tough guy. He's a hard man in the middle, if you will. He doesn't allow any funny business or allow anyone to take advantage of his team, and worked his socks off tonight. And Morgan Hackworth will step in and provide a lot of effort and energy to be able to close out this game for the home side.
Clark. Head for Freeman. Akhmatov. Too far on his pass. Morton knocks it away for 901 FC. Allen. Epps. Allen. Nice two-man play there. And Epps, however, ball just snuck out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a good idea from Brandon Allen and trying to combine with Marcus Epps, but unfortunately couldn't keep that ball in bounds.
Lepley for Swope Park. Clark now. (4-2) 901 FC. 2 goals here in the second half. Swope Park had tied it up at 2 early in the second half. Then the 901 FC has come back with the last 2 tallies.
Absolutely, and that 4th one from Brandon Allen by way of Elliott Collier was such an important goal, because now you're talking about a 2-goal lead with, probably about 5 or 6 minutes left, whereas, if you were only 3-2 up, that's still an opportunity for Swope Park to be able to earn a draw on the road, and this game could look a lot different right now, and I think Swope Park's energy level would be a lot higher right now, but
it was earlier.
Exactly.
We saw it after they had equalized the game up, but Memphis came right back and answered.
Exactly. Now you have this 2-goal lead, which has provided a nice cushion late in this game at home.
Trying to win their second straight for the first time this season. Trying to get their third home win as well.
It's always important too to get a win in front of your home fans and keep these wonderful fans in the Bluff City Mafia. They'll of course always be here, but to keep these fans coming back and give them an entertaining match to watch.
3 of the next 4 being here at home, so it's an opportunity here in the schedule for 901 FC. And they're finally done with that long stretch of playing all playoff teams.
Exactly. So, games like this, when you're facing a team that's at the bottom of the table and you're facing teams that aren't in the playoff picture and aren't having the greatest of seasons, especially at home, those are great opportunities to be able to pick up 3 points and continue to move up the table and hopefully earn a shot at the playoffs.
Yeah, they had played 8 of 9 games against playoff teams. And now with 4 of these 5, including tonight, 3 of the next 4 of 5 overall, being at home, only 1 playoff team in that stretch. So an opportunity to come up with some points here for 901 FC. Great move. And a touch shot just goes wide.
You see a little bit of the flair from Alexander with a really nice cut, putting it on his weaker right foot, looking to bend that ball into the right post, but doesn't quite get that one right. Jeff Caldwell now with goal kick.
Last 8 games that Memphis 901 FC has scored multiple goals. They are 6 wins, 2 draws.
That's a fantastic record to have, and looks like the attack for 901 FC, that front line is firing on all cylinders, which has been a problem this season, Rob, of scoring goals really, and now that you're having multi-goal games, you're seeing a lot of success.
Yeah, 23 goals scored on the season in 25 games coming into tonight. 4 goals scored tonight. 4 extra minutes of time here. Might be a little more now. As Cam Lindley goes down.
See Mark Birch there. Got to be pretty pleased with this team so far. Of course, he won't be happy that the team has conceded 2 goals, but 2 goals up right now. As you saw, a lot of contact there between that was Vanacore Decker and Cam Lindley.
Yeah, might be disappointed, and we talked about it earlier, and I think, when it's 2-2 and you're fighting in the game and looking to just scratch one out, but now that it's 4-2 and you've kind of extended that lead, I think instead of looking at conceding 2 goals, it's better to look at how you answered when they scored.
Absolutely,
because you answered both times.
You answered both times, and that was an issue earlier on in the season, that the team at times would put their head down, when they went down, or if the game was equalized after being up by a goal or 2 even. Right. But 2 great responses from this team so far, and I think Mark Birch and Tim Mulqueen both will have to be pretty pleased so far with this match.
Fans of USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy. This allows clubs at all levels across USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy. 4-2 here in extra time. 4 minutes are scheduled of extra time. Might go a little bit over that after Lindley was down there for a bit. Swope Park Rangers trying to attack quickly with this 2-goal deficit. Nice ball towards the goal, headed away by Morton, and now picked up by Caldwell.
You got to give a lot of credit to the young Swope Park Ranger side as well. They've never really put their heads down in this game and have gotten too far out of it. They've gone down multiple times in this game and have continued to fight. Are showing a lot of courage right now, going on the road and facing a tough 901 FC side in a hostile environment. So, Paulo Nagamura probably won't get the 3 points tonight, or even a point, even a draw out of this game. They've got to be pretty pleased with the young Swope Park Ranger side.
Yeah, really, with the exception of maybe the last 6 minutes, 5 minutes of the first half where it looked like maybe they did get out of sorts a little bit. But halftime came at a good time for them, and they came out and played really well to start the second half and equalized the game. And then Memphis got 2 quick ones and put this one away at 4-2.
Put this one away, and I think, you know, the Zay Pedro injury for Swope Park was pretty detrimental for the side. You know, I know he looked like he might have had a bit of a thigh injury there, but he was a major spark in this attack and you know, was the influencer and a few good goals and possessions for Swope Park Rangers. So I think, you know, with the loss of him, you know, caused a lot of problems for Swope Park. But hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery and be available for them in the next match.
Yeah, because they need some players. They've had a few players called up to Sporting Kansas City this weekend because Sporting Kansas City without 6 of their players for tonight's game against Portland because of some having international duty. So one of the best players on the Swope Park Rangers team, Felipe Hernandez, was called up to Sporting Kansas City as Marcus Epps with some fancy footwork. So they were shorthanded. Swope Park was shorthanded a bit tonight, but getting some good experience with some of their young players here tonight. They're still attacking. Long left foot shot goes over the goal, and it'll be a goal kick for Jeff Caldwell.
Yeah, some really nice footwork in there from Ayub Alak, who's been active all night long and has really been leading this young Swope Park Rangers side and has been very active. And Alexander has as well. He had a lot of space at the top of the 18-yard box right there, but was unable to put that shot on target.
Caldwell put it in play as we're winding down here at AutoZone Park.
Can't be much time left at all in this game.
And there's not. That doesn't. 901 FC wins their 2nd straight game. 2 straight wins for the first time this season. And with 3 of their next 4 also being at home and only 1 against playoff team, a good opportunity to pick up some points as they get the 3 points here tonight to give them 25 now in 26 games. And coming into tonight, that line for a playoff spot was 31. So still can't count that out at this point with a good stretch of home games coming up for 901 FC. They get the win tonight over the Swope Park Rangers, 4-2, 2 goals from Brandon Allen. Swope Park tied it up at 2, but then a couple of big ones. Here's Allen, one of them. 4-2 win for Memphis, 901 FC. That one was a little easier for Allen. We'll come back, wrap things up here from AutoZone Park. .4-2 the final at AutoZone Park tonight as Memphis 901 FC doubles up the Swope Park Rangers. First time that Swope Park Rangers have scored first on the road this year. Only the 2nd time that Memphis 901 FC has won when conceding the first goal, and they've done it in their last 2 games. In Atlanta, and then here tonight at home. Time now for our Buff City Soap, a man of the match. It's that guy. He had a couple of goals here tonight. This one just being patient, waiting.
Absolutely, deservedly so. Brandon Allen earns the Buff City Soap Man of the Match. You saw here, he
a really headsy play and getting his body in the right position and sealing off Kaveh Rad and sliding that ball home. Excellent ball from Mark Birch into Elliott Collier as Brandon Allen again finds himself wide open right outside the 6-yard box. Great ball from the super sub Elliott Collier, but Brandon Allen, fantastic match tonight with the brace for 901 FC.
Yeah, 2 goals for Brandon Allen tonight on the season now. That gives him 6, as you see him signing for the fans here tonight. 4 shots, 2 of them on target, a couple of goals, 6 goals now on the season. He now becomes the Memphis 901 FC leading goal scorer on the season. And the Memphis 901 FC scored multiple times tonight, so you score with Papa John's. Use the code SCORE twice, and you'll receive half off your next order from Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Time now to take a look at some of the final stats tonight. The shots really in the first half were great. 10-3 advantage for Memphis 901 FC in the first half alone as they really controlled the play. Swope Park came back to finish with 10 shots. Did a nice job in the second half, but a couple of big goals for Memphis.
Absolutely. A few timely goals from Memphis, especially that 4th goal from Brandon Allen. Really, was a huge boost, put the squad up by 2 goals, but a good, strong performance from the young Swope Park Rangers side. I think they got a lot of things out of this game. They'll be able to learn from this game, but an important win, an important 3 points for Memphis 901 FC as they look to push for the 2019 playoffs.
Next game for Memphis 901 FC will be Friday at Loudoun United FC. Next home game will be Saturday the 21st as they will take on St. Louis FC in that match. And as I said, 3 of the next 4 are at home for Memphis 901 FC. So great first half, I thought, tonight for Memphis 901 FC. Not a great first half of the second half, but closed really well and answered each time that Swope Park Rangers scored.
Absolutely. They eventually woke up and, they created a lot of chances, which is something that we haven't seen consistently all year. But they put 9 shots on goal with 4 goals. That's pretty good efficiency rating in terms of scoring goals. So much better work from Brandon Allen and Marcus Epps and Tim Mulqueen's front line tonight. So a great win, a great 3 points for 901 FC.
And happy birthday to Coach Mulqueen. Much better to celebrate the birthday when you get a win, and a convincing one. 4-2 tonight, Memphis 901 FC over the Swope Park Rangers. Elliott Collier, good to see him back. He had a nice assist on a great ball to Brandon Allen. Allen had 2 goals. Swope Park Rangers struck first on the PK, but Memphis 901 FC battled back every time. Rocket left from De Silva, the header from Morton, and then 2 from Allen in the second half. And Memphis gets the win. He had one in between there on a nice goal by Pedro, but then it was the Brandon Allen show. He was the man of the match. 4-2 the final score for J.J. Greer. I'm Rob Fisher. Have a great night, everyone.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.